Welcome to Manager EDU. Today, I will teach you the Capital Asset Pricing Model, which is also called CAPM. After watching this video, you will be capable of understanding and managing investment risk. So, let's get started. First, I will explain what CAPM is. CAPM calculates an investment's expected return based on its risk relative to the market. For example, imagine a manager who invests money in a bank. This investment gives a fixed return each year as a percentage, let's say 5%, which equals $50 per year. This is a fixed rate. Even if the bank makes more profit or less profit, the bank will still give him 5% each year, not more, not less. But if the investor wants a higher percentage return, he should consider investing in the stock market. In the stock market, returns can be higher, for example, 5%, 6%, 8%, or 9%. However, the return might also be less than the risk-free market rate. Because the stock market involves more risk, it can also offer higher potential rewards. According to the definition, first we will learn about expected return. It means how much percentage should the investor expect to earn. Should he expect 7%, 8%, 9%, or some other number? The investor will analyze different stocks, their values, and their historical data to find a stock that offers more profit with less risk. What is risk here? Risk is the chance of losing money or earning less profit than expected. Risk can be measured using beta. Beta is a statistical tool that measures the volatility of an investment relative to the overall market, whether the stock is more volatile or less volatile. If beta equals 1, the stock moves exactly with the market. If beta is greater than 1, the stock has higher risk and is more volatile than the market. If beta is less than 1, the stock is less volatile than the market. These are called defensive stocks. If beta equals 0, the stock's return is completely unaffected by market movements, meaning it carries no systematic risk like cash or treasury bills. To understand beta more conceptually, how it works and what it means with practical examples, please watch my video on beta on my channel. Now let's understand the CAPM formula. ERI equals RF plus beta multiplied by open bracket ERM minus RF close bracket, where ERI is the expected return of the investment. CAPM calculates the expected return for the investor. RF is the return from a risk-free investment, like a bank savings account or any other fixed-rate investment. Beta is the risk of the investment, calculated using historical data. ERM is the expected return from a risky market, like the S&P 500. Now let's calculate CAPM. Suppose expected return from the risk-free market, RF, equals 5%. Expected return from the risky market, ERM, equals 9%. This 9% is not fixed. It is estimated by a financial analyst or expert that this stock will give approximately 9% profit. Beta equals 1.5, meaning the stock is more volatile. Let's put the data into the formula. ERI equals RF, 5%, plus beta, 1.5, multiplied by open bracket ERM, 9%, minus RF, 5%, close bracket. First, calculate inside the bracket. 9% minus 5% equals 4%. This is also called the market risk premium. Now, multiply beta 1.5 by 4%, equals 6%. Finally, add RF, 6% plus 5% equals 11%. So, the CAPM expected return is 11%. What does this mean? The financial analyst estimated that the risky market like the S&P 500 would give a return of 9%. But after calculating CAPM, the expected return of the investment is 11%. Since 11% is greater than 9%, the investor will expect 11% profit, which is more than the market return of 9%. However, if the CAPM result is less than the expected market return of 9%, then the investor will expect less than the market return of 9%. Let's see what happens with different beta values. If beta is 1.6, higher risk, then the expected return equals 11.4%. If beta is 1.7, even higher risk, then the expected return equals 11.8%. If beta is 1.3, lower risk, then the expected return equals 10.2%. If beta is 0.8, less volatile, defensive stock, then the expected return equals 8.2%. As you can see from these examples, when beta increases, the expected return also increases. This is because higher risk demands higher expected return. The investor will generally recommend investing in a stock that gives a higher percentage return than the expected return from the risky market. That was the view of an investor. Now let's see from the company owner's perspective. As you understand, CAPM calculates expected return, but in another term, the expected return is the cost of common stock. When beta is higher, the cost of capital will be higher, and vice versa. Here's the graph. This line is called the security market line, or SML. It starts from the risk-free rate of 5% and slopes upward as beta increases. This upward slope shows that as risk increases, the expected return also increases. Since the risk-free rate is 5%, no investment on this line will offer a return lower than 5%. When beta equals 1, the expected return equals the risky market return, which is 9%. According to our example, beta is 1.5, so the expected return equals 11%, as we calculated. As beta increases, the expected return also increases, showing a positive relationship between risk and return. This was a simple explanation of CAPM. I hope you understood it. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.